In a world where every moment is documented, shared, and dissected, what happens when someone is caught in the middle of a deeply personal crisis, and the entire world is watching? This is the story of Teyana, a public figure whose private life was exposed in one of the most emotionally vulnerable ways possible. A leaked video, a heartbreaking moment, and now a fight, not just for privacy, but for peace. The clip in question is short, just under a minute, but it shook the internet. It shows Teyana in a raw, fragile state, pleading, crying, her voice barely audible as she begs someone off camera for something we can't fully hear or understand. There are no clear answers in the video, no context to guide viewers, just emotion, pure, unfiltered emotion. And that was enough to send the internet into a frenzy. The reactions were immediate. Within hours, the video was reposted on every platform imaginable. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, you name it. Hashtags started trending. Hashtag Pray for Shanna was joined by hashtag Whathappinatoshiana and hashtag Teyana Scandal. Some users voiced concern, their hearts breaking for a woman they had followed and admired for years. Others were more critical, dissecting her breakdown, analyzing every word, every tear, every expression, as if her pain was up for public evaluation. For many, the video raised alarming questions. What pushed Teyana to this breaking point? Who was she speaking to? Was she in danger, or was this a personal meltdown brought on by pressure and exhaustion? The ambiguity of the video allowed the internet to fill in the blanks, and the blanks quickly turned into theories, rumors, and full-blown conspiracies. Teyana has never been a stranger to public scrutiny. Her career from the start has existed under a microscope. From her rise in the music and fashion world to her complex relationships and motherhood journey, fans have watched every chapter unfold. She's posted about her highs and at times has even been transparent about her lows. But this was different. This wasn't something she chose to share. This was stolen. The violation was not just emotional, it was existential. In one unauthorized leak, Teyana's carefully managed public image was shattered. Gone was the poised, glamorous persona. What remained was a woman clearly suffering, stripped of her dignity and right to privacy. And yet, instead of offering her space and compassion, parts of the public leaned into the drama, desperate for more details. The leak raised a much larger question. Why are we, as a society, so drawn to watching someone unravel? Why does vulnerability attract such voracious attention? The world wasn't just witnessing Teyana's breakdown, it was dissecting it, feeding off of it. In many ways, Teyana's emotional moment had become entertainment. But behind the headlines and trending topics was a very real person. A mother, a daughter, a partner. Someone who, up until now, had fought to keep control of her narrative. And now that control was gone. Within days of the leak, Teyana filed a legal motion, seeking immediate protection, the removal of the video, and an investigation into how the footage was obtained and shared. The legal action wasn't just a move to stop the spread of the clip, it was a statement. A plea to the world to let her breathe. In her motion, Teyana cited emotional distress, violation of privacy, and reputational damage. The document painted a picture of someone at their breaking point, not just because of the video, but because of everything that came before it. Years of pressure, constant surveillance, the never-ending expectation to perform, be perfect, and stay composed. Her supporters rallied behind her. Public figures spoke out, condemning the leak and reminding the public that celebrities are human too. Fans created hashtags in support, calling for empathy and accountability. But not everyone was sympathetic. Critics accused her of being dramatic. Some even suggested that the leak was a publicity stunt, a calculated move to gain sympathy or deflect from other scandals. The cruelty of those accusations was staggering. As the legal battle unfolded, tensions in Teyana's personal life came to the surface. Sources close to the family revealed that the emotional fallout had deeply affected her loved ones. Her parents were devastated, watching their daughter suffer publicly. Her siblings were reportedly split, some urging her to stay strong and fight, others suggesting she withdraw from the spotlight altogether. Her partner, Iman, offered a quiet but steady presence. He released a brief statement expressing his support, acknowledging the emotional toll the situation had taken on their family and asking the public to respect their privacy. Still, the pressure was mounting. And not just for Teyana. Her entire support system was now under scrutiny. Behind the scenes, things were just as intense. Teyana's relationship with Aaron, an old friend, rumored ex, and frequent presence in her circle, became a focal point of speculation. Some believed he was the person in the leaked clip. Others believed he had something to do with the leak itself. Neither Teyana nor Aaron confirmed or denied anything. But silence, in a scandal like this, only fuels the fire. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get more complicated, another video surfaced. This time, it wasn't as emotional. It showed Teyana and Aaron in what appeared to be a heated argument backstage at an event. Though there was no yelling, the body language was tense, the atmosphere strained. The internet, of course, pounced on it. Was this the argument that led to the emotional breakdown? Was Aaron the person Teyana had been begging in the original video? At this point, the public's curiosity transformed into obsession. Every moment of Teyana's life, past, present, and future, was up for discussion. Fans scored her old interviews, searching for signs of emotional strain. Journalists reached out to former friends and collaborators. The speculation took on a life of its own. And then, finally, Teyana broke her silence. In a deeply personal video statement, she addressed the public directly. Sitting in what appeared to be her home, makeup-free, her voice calm but shaky, she spoke openly about what had happened. She admitted that the video was real, that it had been filmed during one of the hardest nights of her life, that she had been dealing with personal issues, exhaustion, and emotional burnout, that she was trying to hold it together for her family, her child, her career, but felt like she was falling apart. She didn't name names. She didn't point fingers. Instead, she spoke about the toll fame has taken on her, the impossibility of balancing perfection with authenticity, the fear of being judged, the shame of feeling like she wasn't enough, and, above all, the pain of having her lowest moment shared without her consent. Teyana's statement was powerful, not because it gave the answers people wanted, but because it showed a side of her that no PR team could craft. It was real, raw, human. She didn't ask for sympathy. She asked for space. She asked to be seen not as a scandal, but as a person. A woman who, like so many others, has struggled with the weight of expectations and the fear of failing those she loves. In that moment, Teyana redefined her narrative. She took back the power that the leak tried to strip from her. And while some still questioned her motives, most listened. And for once, the internet was quiet, if only for a moment. But the story doesn't end there, because the real question now is, what comes next? Will Teyana's legal action succeed? Will the media continue to dig, or will they finally step back? Will she retreat from the public eye or emerge stronger, more in control of her story than ever before? For Teyana, the path forward won't be easy. The wounds of betrayal, whether from a friend, a colleague, or the public itself, don't heal overnight. But she's already shown something powerful. That vulnerability is not weakness. That sharing your truth, even after it's been taken from you, is a form of strength. As fans, as followers, as people watching from behind screens, we have a responsibility to remember that the people we admire are not characters. They're not stories for us to consume. They're human beings facing challenges we may never fully understand. Teyana's story is far from over. In fact, it may only be beginning. So what do you think? Was the video an unfair violation of her privacy, or was it a necessary wake-up call for the public to examine the emotional cost of fame? Should Teyana continue to fight through the courts, or would stepping away bring her the peace she desperately seeks? Let us know in the comments. And if you've ever felt the weight of expectations, the pressure to appear perfect, or the fear of showing vulnerability, know that you're not alone. Teyana's story may be public, but her emotions are universal.